Washington, D.C. Right now I'm in Chinatown. As you can see, right now I'm in Chinatown out here in Washington, D.C. There's a few things going on tonight. The Washington Capitals are playing against the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Commanders are going to play tonight against the Detroit Lions in the playoffs. And this is the weekend before President Trump is going to have his inauguration. So it's a few things going on tonight. I'm going to be covering a few of these events. I'm going to be showing y'all the festivities. It's an energy in the air. You know, it's a buzz going on right now. And I think it's a great thing. So the inauguration was going to be held outdoors, right? But because of the weather, the extreme cold, I think it's going to be like 18 degrees or something like that on Monday. So they moved the events indoors. And the inauguration, him being sworn in, the prayer, and all of these things that he has to do to become the president will be held at the Rotunda. And then afterwards, he's going to address all the supporters. He's going to address the crowd at Capital One Arena. Now, I think that's a great strategic maneuver to have it indoors, yes, because of circumstances that we can't control, but also the location, which is Capital One Arena. I think it was a great move. One, because it brings a big-time event to Capital One Arena, and that's needed. It brings crowd, travelers, tourists to support the businesses nearby, the restaurants, retail, hotels. Will have a great weekend. They already have arrived. Have a great weekend of business. So I think it's a great move to bring it to Capital One Arena. And not only that, I think it sets the tone, sets the precedent for what's to come here in the future for these next 4 years. I think it's a great move. I think it's positive. I think it's business oriented. And I think it's setting the tone, setting the precedent. I think it's leaving clues of what's to come for these next 4 years. So I'm here, I'm walking, I'm feeling the vibes, I'm feeling the energy, I'm seeing what's going on. A lot of this stuff is blocked off still, you know, because there's gonna be a lot of traffic, there's gonna be a lot of things going on, a lot of private events. So I'm here coming down to feel the energy, do my due diligence, as the attorneys would say. And I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm loving what I'm feeling. I think it's amazing. I think it's positive change that's going on right now. And I think the people are ready for it. I think the people are ready for it, and I think the people see opportunity, which is amazing, because we need that. We need it. It sets the tone of what's to come. I think it's progressive. I think it's inclusive. I don't think it's petty. And I think part of the grand scheme of things, the bigger picture, is to bring success, prosperity. That's the Smithsonian behind me. In the grand scheme of things, I think is to bring prosperity, bring success, bring progress to not only Washington, D.C., but the United States. Let's get us back on the right foot, right? The United States always led in success, always led in progress. And I think that we as a people have to get back to that. And I think these events, the way that business is being handled, I think it sets the precedent. I think it sets the tone for what's to come these next 4 years. I'm ecstatic about it. I'm so optimistic about the future. I'm optimistic about Washington, D.C. I'm optimistic about the times that we're in. And I truly believe that those of us who position ourselves to flow with the tide, flow with the change, will have success, prosperity, and more than we can ever imagine. So I'm down here walking right now, feeling the vibe, feeling the energy. It's 025, baby. 025, I'm down here in Washington, D.C. This is Sage Serene. Come spend some time with me. Come spend some time with me. Let's go do it. Let's go do it. Now, to elaborate on that point, something that I think that's very important is to, well, you know what? That's Chinatown back that way. I'm gonna go this way towards the city center. We're gonna take a stroll through the city center. Yeah, let's go to the city center. It's a little noisy right here, so let me get past this noise first. We love noise. We love construction. That's the sound of prosperity. So let me get past it. What's going on, bro? It's just a tad bit noisy. All right, so I had to get past. Let me go over here, let me cross the street. We're gonna walk through the city center. We're gonna take a stroll. Okay, so I got past the noise. All right, to elaborate on that point, for those of you who have been keeping up with me, listening to me, I believe that right now we're experiencing a pivot, a change. I think we can all agree on that we're experiencing change. Now, as we experience this change, we want to observe. We want to be aware of where the change is. What's the difference in the flow of that change? And we want to align ourselves to flow with the change. Right? To flow with the tide. That's how we want to align ourselves with that. How do we align ourselves to flow with the tide? How do we do that? We focus on the positivity in the change. Now, it's going to be positive, it's going to be negative in any situation. Okay? Positive, negative. We don't necessarily have to agree with what's going on, but we better be aware of what's going on because we want to align ourselves to flow with the tide. Okay? We want to align ourselves with the positivity of the change. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we agree with everything. That doesn't necessarily mean that we stand for everything that's going on. That simply means that we're aware of what's happening and we choose to align ourselves to the positivity of the change. That's how we adapt. Okay? That's how we adapt. That's how we get ahead. That's how we move ahead. And there's a lot of change that's going on right now. There's a lot of change that's going on. And the intelligent people, the smart people are going to align ourselves with the positivity of that change. I've already done so. I'm already aligned. This is why I'm in Washington, D.C. I'm not here just by chance. About a year and a half ago, I started to see some things. I started to see some change, and I chose to come plant seeds here in Washington, D.C. Now, it's of my observation, my belief, per my due diligence, that Washington, D.C. is about to boom. And it's going to boom in a few sectors. It's going to boom in education. It's going to boom in the real estate market. Now, our president, he's a real estate guy. He's a builder. So the real estate market will adjust. This is a fact. It will adjust and it needs to adjust. This is a fact. This is what I know for sure in Washington, D.C. And the education, entrepreneurship, there's going to be a whole bunch of opportunities for entrepreneurs. And we need our entrepreneurs. So I saw an opportunity. I saw a shift. I saw a change around about 18 months ago. And I decided to come to Washington, D.C. and plant my seeds here because I see this city here, Washington, D.C., I see the city is about to boom. And I'm not missing it. I'm going to be a part of it. I'm going to play my part in it. And there's enough for everybody. There's enough for everybody. We don't have to be divisive. We don't have to be against one another. There's enough prosperity and success and wealth and finance for everyone. And those of you who follow me, those of you who's tapped into my material, I want you to align yourselves to take advantage of these opportunities because this is what we do. We take advantage, and then we turn back and we help someone else. We help bring up someone else. So I see these opportunities. This is why I came to Washington, D.C. And it's slowly unfolding before my eyes. Now, this is the weekend before the inauguration of the 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. There's a lot going on tonight. The Washington Commanders are playing the Detroit Lions in the NFL playoffs. The Washington Capitals are playing the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. It's the weekend before the inauguration. It's buzzing, it's bustling out here. Capital One Arena, that's where the event will be held. Capital One Arena. President Trump will address the audience, will address the supporters and everyone who came out to see him. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I'm ecstatic. I'm optimistic. I feel the prosperity in the air. I feel the prosperity in the air. I'm here in the city center of Washington, D.C. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. You fix your mind. Fix your mind. Fix your mindset right now. Fix your mind, fix your mindsets right now. Agree to join in. Agree to get on the positive side of change. Agree to stand for what you believe in, not what you're against. And position yourself to take advantage of all the change and opportunity and prosperity that's before us right now. I'm here in the city center of Washington, D.C. This is Sage Serene. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you for rocking with me tonight, for listening to me, for being present with me. I'm going to go get me some coffee, and I'll catch back up with y'all here in about an hour or so, about an hour and a half.